Walk with me. Let me talk to you for a minute. I want to take you into my life, a traumatized childhood, a story of Sage Jr., painful past, perfect present.
What up with the gang? It's your boy Max, and we back on one of these dope ass reactions. You know how we do it on here. And today we are out for business. We are out for serious business today. I mean, one of the homies like recommended that I do this video from Goldcast because, man, it was this. I'm coming in blind. I don't even know what I'm about to expect. But just the title gave you that kind of goosebump, because you already know, like Machiavelli, he was one of the best orators of his generation. He was the best orator of his generation. That's not a back and forth kind of argument shit. The homie had that charisma to move a whole freaking army just by his speaking. Yeah, that's just who he was, bro. That's just who he was. But then the homie told me that I should check out this video, and I mean, it will give me a broader insight about a lot of shit that Machiavelli stood for. So without not much to do, we're down for business. Let's check this one out together.
Police officer stopped me on the sidewalk and asked to see my ID. He sweated me about my name. They were charging me with jaywalking. The officers said, "You're not above the law. You have to learn your place."
The man whose music is as controversial as he is.
Shakur's fans knew him as a superstar exponent of West Coast-style gangsta rap, a rapper and aspiring movie star whose music and violent lyrics reflected his own troubled lifestyle.
Hell no. Thug life.
You know, I like when white people are reporting on hip hop the way they say the kind of bullshit about. Yo, bro, this shit is crazy. Like, did you just hear what the reporter just said? The reporter, like, did you just listen to what he said? Like, man, let's get this shit going, cause I don't.
Troubled lifestyle.
Hell no. Thug life. Thug life. That's my kind.
When he put that pen to paper and he opened up his mouth on that mic, it was just.
Yo, wait, is Big Psych still alive, bro? Is he still alive, bro? I need you guys need to hit me up about Big Psych. I mean, yeah.
When he put that pen to paper and he opened up his mouth on that mic, it was just, God had to be working.
There is absolutely no reason for a record like this to be published by a responsible corporation.
His lyrics are what made him famous because they glorified violence, they glorified drugs, and they glorified the degrading of women.
After he had been beaten by the open.
Wait, what up now? I mean, Machiavelli does not have a lot of wait up now. Maybe I haven't come across some of the songs, but Machiavelli does not have a lot of songs that are way that are gonna describe him as a misogynist, where he was degrading women in. I don't know. So if you can give me one or two of them, I would like them. I've always listened to Machiavelli trying to uplift women. I mean, most of the songs that I've listened to, cause I mean, it's a tough journey. I mean, I'm maybe I'm not even halfway there yet, but on my journey, based on my own thought process of what I've experienced, I haven't listened to a song from Machiavelli that was degrading women. So I don't understand what that dude was saying though. But let me get it back.
Responsible corporation.
His lyrics are what made him famous because they glorified violence, they glorified drugs, and they glorified the degrading of women.
After he had been beaten by the Oakland police, that changed Tupac. Young black men go through that process where you get great anger at the reality.
I just want the chance to make right from all the bad things that I got. I got a lot of things against me. I got a lot of people that look up to me. And I don't want the last place for them to see me is in jail. I loved my childhood, but I hated growing up poor, and it made me very bitter.
1996. Tupac Shakur is the most successful hip-hop artist in the world.
Tupac was a king of rap.
He's the angry voice of urban America.
Yes, I am gonna say that I'm a thug. That's because I came from the gutter.
People in the hood call him Black Jesus. They was like he was sitting here to save us.
The only plan for Tupac Shakur was making it to the top.
Yo, bro, the type of influence this nigga had, bro. I'm telling you right now, let's just face the reality with the present day era. If Machiavelli was alive, Yo, hip hop was never gonna be this way. Was never gonna be this way. I'm telling you, bro. I mean, I know if he was alive, there would have been a whole lot of tough shit. But niggas flying around here nowadays wouldn't be flying, bro. Man, let's get it.
It was like he was sitting here to save us.
The only plan for Tupac Shakur was making it to the top in the competitive world of hip-hop.
You know what I'm saying? If thugging is gonna make me $1 million, because it just got me platinum, and that's what I got to do.
And why do you think that your mother had that time of weakness with crack?
Everything was just going bad for her. It's harder for a woman to raise a family than it is for a man. This represents the first time in our life, in our memory, ever, that we have been able to enjoy the American dream. When his first record was appearing on MTV.
I mean, there ain't no such thing as the American dream for black people growing up, bro. I'm not even kidding. I mean, maybe for the few that gonna bro. For just the handful of people that actually experiencing that, I mean, beats up to you, bro. But that shit is crazy.
When his first record was appearing on MTV, Tupac was beaten in the head very badly.
I call this press conference to announce that I have filed a $10 million claim against 2 Oakland police officers and the city of Oakland on behalf of Tupac.
Police officer stopped me on the sidewalk and asked to see my ID. They sweated me about my name. They were charging me with jaywalking. The officers said, "You're not above the law. You have to learn your place."
Yo, bro, I mean, let's just call it a spade a spade. We understand that Machiavelli, I mean, he been through his own tough shit. And it had a major influence on who he turned out to be. But, yo, if we look into it too, I mean, there are just some moments of people's life that can literally make them take a different trend. I mean, take a different path that they weren't supposed to be on. It's just like the story with, how do you call this guy? The story with, what is the name of this freaking dictator? I just literally forget about his name now. Damn, fucking hell. The guy who did the Holocaust, like Hitler. Hitler was an artist, right? He was an artist. He was a very good painter. But his teacher never approved of most of the shit he was doing. So he felt like painting wasn't like his calling. So he left and he joined the military. I mean, if it was like gonna be in the sense that he was appreciated for the little type of painting he did, I mean, I guess that could have prevented a lot of shit from happening, like starting off the war, taking out, having the Holocaust and all that. If you were just appreciated for the little painting and stuff that he actually was doing, I mean, being an artist, if he was appreciated for you understand what I'm saying? So now, I mean, you will come about the fact that you see Machiavelli mad at the police. It's because you beat somebody up for jaywalking. Bro, for jaywalking. See the shit we talk about every day. I mean, you gotta understand. So that was like a turning point in his life. Cause it is like, yo, okay. I mean, you can be peaceful. You cannot do anything, but you can still be on the wrong side of the police. So what if you're doing something for a cause? I mean, I understand that. Fuck it, man.
Above the law, you have to learn your place. Put my hand out to get the citation. Next thing I know, my face was being buried into the concrete and I was laying face down in the gutter, waking up from being unconscious in cuffs with blood on my face, and I'm going to jail for resisting arrest. Think about it, if you stop in the streets and you show your ID and you still getting sweated because of your name, my name makes me a criminal.
After he had been beaten by the Oakland police, that changed to him. Young black men go through that process where you get great anger at the reality.
We shouldn't be angry, and my raps that I'm rapping to my community shouldn't be filled with rage, and they shouldn't be filled with the same atrocities that they gave to me. In the media, they don't talk about it. So in my raps, I have to talk about it. And it just seems foreign because there's no one else talking about it.
Facts. That's the thing. I mean, he had the balls. That was the only thing about Machiavelli that made him the stand-out character, because he was doing what nobody wanted to do. They were all afraid. But he was at the forefront. Come on.
About it. And it just seems foreign because there's no one else talking about it.
Facts.
Right now where I'm at, the world is harsh. And I just don't got no beautiful stories. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be getting them ready. Because that's why I think I messed up. If somebody would have grabbed me, pulled me to the side and been like, look, Tupac, as soon as you step out here, they're gonna be at you. If somebody would have explained it to me, I wouldn't have took the same mistakes. But I made those mistakes. And that was my job to stop somebody else from making those same mistakes. To lay it out, to lay out the real map on your world and how it is.
There is absolutely no reason for a record like this to be published by a responsible corporation.
There are three things wrong with gangster rap and misogynist lyrics. It is obscene, it is obscene, it is obscene.
It was fundamentally wrong. I hope they have recognized their mistake, and I hope in the future that they will exercise better responsibility for what these records will do on the street.
Like all black leaders, you have a bullseye on your back, and today it just got bigger.
It's all right. You ain't even moved to California yet. You already going soft on me.
Oh, I'm going soft?
So soft.
You got the tears in your eyes. The tears flow, and I'm getting soft. I'm gonna miss you.
He was like a magnet. It was like once you paid attention to him, he kind of sucked you in. He would tell me all the time, Jada, you're gonna be a star. You know what I mean? Like,
Jada Pinkett Smith.
You're gonna be a star. You got it. You just got it. I don't think.
Man, I don't know. What was the relationship between these two? Like, were they dating or were they just friends? I don't know. I don't understand. Like, what was the actual relationship? Were they just friends or were they having something going on? Somebody let me know. I don't know.
Got it. I don't think either one of us really thought that we would have made it in the way that we did. But we knew we were going to do something.
What we're doing is using our brain to get out of the ghetto any way we can. So we tell these stories, you know what I'm saying? And they tend to be violent because our world tends to be filled with violence. We live in hell. We live in the gutter. We got us stacked up 80 deep in one building. You strapped to protect yourself because you living in the same community that the police was carrying rifles, the riot hat, the riot jacket, the flak jacket, the double vest, the 9mm Glocks with extra bullets, the tear gas, the mace, all that. Who do you think the police is using that against? Dogs? The same crime element that white people fear, we fear. So we defend the same crime element that they scared of. You know what I'm saying? Why they...
Bro, listen to this guy talking, bro. Listen to him talking. If Machiavelli was alive, he would have occupied a political office. I know that for sure. And he was going to win hands down. I mean, I don't know about the issue of his record and all that, if that was going to be like a hindrance, but I know for sure he was going to be big, bro. He was going to do big things. I'm not even kidding. Man, he just had the voice. He was just born for this shit. He was born for it.
Using that against dogs, the same crime element that white people fear, we fear. So we defend ourselves from the same crime element that they scared of. You know what I'm saying? While they waiting for legislation to pass and everything, we next door to the killer. All them killers that they letting out, they right there in that building. But it's better, just because we black, we get along with the killers or something? We get along with the rapists because we black and we from the same hood? What is that? We need protection too. We fighting the same villains that they fight in the street. But instead of them seeing us fighting villains in the street, we all villains.
You're trying to start a positive movement for black people by using negative symbolism like thug and outlaw.
Shakur's private life has drawn more attention than his music. The rapper has been arrested 10 times since 1991.
I was on trial for rape and sodomy and guns possessions and forcible kidnapping, 18 charges. That's why I wanted to die at that point. Because I was like, I'm tired.
Rapper and actor Tupac Shakur recently arrested in Atlanta following the shooting of 2 off-duty policemen.
Authorities say 2 officers were crossing the street when a car driving recklessly nearly hit them.
It seemed like there was a time, though, that you were definitely reveling in the image of sort of being wild and crazy. And what got you off that path?
It's stupid, and it's dangerous. The man I knew wanted to use his voice to educate, to bring people together.
I got shot. I always felt like I'd be shot, but I didn't think it was going to happen at that particular moment.
My mother taught me 3 things: respect, knowledge, and she taught me to not be quiet.
The Black Panther, like, to be honest, I mean, I feel like his mom was a role model for him. I mean, that's about the fact that she actually struggled with her own drug abuse, but I mean, his mom was like the headlight, like just laid the path for him because his mom was part of the Black Panther, right? So definitely that kind of vocal, I mean, or way of life, like trying to portray the message, always having a point. I mean, always having like a purpose to standing for black people. I mean, I understand that's where he just got it from. That's just where he got it from. But like everything he stated though, I mean, it's facts. But let's just call the spade a spade. Nowadays, it was back then you had way more police brutality. But as the time is going back nowadays, where you having police killing black people and all that back and forth, like the same issue he's talking about, we have way more now black on black crimes than the way we shoot. Like it's still coming to be the same. So if we're trying to preach the same message about us trying to find a way that we can love each other, or us trying to find a way that the police can stop killing black people, it would be way more better that we black people stop killing each other first. That should be like the first tense. But I mean, I understand the whole kind of like perspective Machiavelli was speaking from, and yeah, that's the reason why he's a leader, bro. I mean, he was a leader. He was a leader, to be pretty honest. And his mom was just like the pathfinder for him, definitely.
Mother taught me three things: respect.
I mean, look at her talking, bro.
Knowledge, and she taught me to.
He was a born leader.
Not be quiet.
Let everybody out there know, all you motherfuckers that thought you was gonna bury me, thought you was gonna silence me, let you motherfuckers know I'm back.
If I can't live free, if I can't live with the same respect as the next man, I don't want to be here, because God has cursed me to see what life should be like. I had to go through all that street, war, everything, the same drugs that everybody else get turned out on. You know, where I would have been stopped shorted, I made it past. And here's where I am. It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking, you know. Now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. White folks, black folks, Korean folks, Mexican folks, Puerto Ricans, we gotta understand it. We gotta take bigger chances. You need to do something. I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. At this level, all we're trying to do is unite. And right now, as a year, we got 1 million people that's listening. Now we can tell them something. Now we can try to get them that way, and we might lose some, we might gain some, but we would never even have that audience had we not said what was real. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying?
That's the fact. That's the fact. I mean, the fakery nowadays, it's bullshit. So that's one of the reasons. Machiavelli was way more than just rap. He was way more than just rap. He was the embodiment of what it's like to come from the gutter and make it out. He was the complete embodiment of having all the odds stacked up against you, but you cracked that shit. That's that's a lot of people in the ghetto, in the hood, they actually saw themselves through Machiavelli. That's the reason. Because he spoke the truth. He talked about the ills and all the shit that was happening. So everybody were like, I mean, we needed somebody to talk about this shit, but nobody had the balls. But he did. He had it. That's the reason why he's a celebrated figure, bro. And it's going to be a long time before Machiavelli can... He's not even ever going to be forgotten. That's just the point of it. He's never going to be forgotten, bro. Hands down.
But we would never even have that audience had we not said what was real.
Facts.
And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world. But I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job.
Tupac Shakur rode to fame and riches on his often violent vision of life in the inner city. That vision turned out to be prophetic. His own death from multiple gunshot wounds.
Rap star Tupac Shakur died last night after a brief life in a rough business. He was 25.
I remember calling a Fanny and saying, "Faye, do I need to get on a plane right now?" It was Pac. He'd been shot before. As soon as I see her face. I knew he was gone.
It was real, raw poetry, speaking. You know, you're talking about an artist who came from the people and decided that his work was going to reflect, you know, the conditions that were going on in America during his lifetime, his short 25 years on this planet. And he left behind something that has touched generations of people. And to understand it, there's very few artists that we can say to have been multi-generational forces.
It was important for Tupac to have a free spirit, to be allowed to be free. And so I rejoiced with him. The most important thing for me, that people today view him as an artist and as a humanitarian and as a person who felt other people's pain.
If there was war and peace, peace wins out. I just want to form it and let it work.
Man, this was hands down one of the best documentary that I've seen on Machiavelli. I mean, this was hands down crazy. It was crazy. I mean, everything about the fact. I like the fact that he's being viewed as a humanitarian. I mean, that's pretty odd. That's pretty odd for the media to be saying now that he's dead. It's just the whole shit with the world nowadays. They wait for you to die before they can give you your fucking flowers, bro. And that's just what it is. But I mean, nobody gonna change the fact that everybody knows what this nigga stood for, bro. But there you have it, man. Without not much to do, I'm out of here. If you just joining the family, don't forget to hit the sub button. Peace out. It's your boy Max. See you next time.